Hello and welcome back. Um, this is week 11. Um, so we're kind of winding down the semester. Um, make sure in this course that you do have a few components done um, because they are highly impactful. They impact you very much. They make a significant impact to your grade if you do not do if you fail to do them. Um, Netacad 9 and Chapter 3 quiz in Netacad have to be done. It's one way we stay part of the Cisco Academy. Um, so make sure you hop into that source and get those done. What they do is the scores. Um, I shouldn't say the scores impact. The completion of those impact your grade. In the syllabus, we can see that failure to do them makes you ineligible to complete the final exam, and that's how they impact your grade. If we scroll down to final exam, here we go. Do not participate in the CNAP quizzes or exams. You'll be ineligible for the final exam, and that's 15% off your grade. So make sure you go back and do those. Go into Netacad and do those. Basically, it just shows up as a check mark as you did them, and then I don't dock any scores from you. Best way to do that. um, been getting some questions about labs. So far, 17 and 16. Um, I believe there's one still working on 15, or a couple still working on 15. Um, make sure that since there's no more services online, make sure you fire up that WebEx meeting that you see here in the background. You know, that room should be open as soon as you click that link. It should open my room, and you guys can. Of course, you got to coordinate with somebody else at any time of the day. But ask in Google Hangouts, hey, is anyone available to help me at this time for Lab X? Um, and that allow you and other students a chance to get in there and um, work through what the issue is. Not only will it help students that understand it or have completed the lab, it'll help them grasp a little bit more solid what's going on. You're helping that other student that's um, still having trouble with commands. That's really what it is commands. Maybe they made a mistake in IPs, and you're just helping them see their mistake um, and follow through with that. So that should be available all the time. If there's any work you have not done, make sure to get it in. Looking at your grades, you're going to see a dropped score in quiz, in labs. Um, so you should be preparing, and at this point, be well to mastering a Kaplan score that is 70 or better. Um, and once we get that Kaplan in there, more near the end of the semester, I'm going to put a discussion here that has um, a place for you to submit a picture showing me that you've done your Kaplan and got a score to meet that. This week, and a few of you started doing it already uh, in my conversations with you, this week we take a look at um, a closer look at NAT, a closer look at CIDR, and introduce a new topic called VLSM. Um, along with looking at the transport layer, VLSM is the solution that is before IPv6. So it's the solution that's in place now because not every place on Earth supports IPv6. So we're doing a lot of VLSM, variable length subnet mask, to accommodate the needs of everywhere at this time. And let me see if I can't bring this up. And some of the slides from this one are going to look familiar because we already saw them before. So two types of subnetting, we've seen that before: fixed block, which we're currently doing, all equal size subnets, and VLSM. So basically, taking my example here at the top, we have 25, 25, 10, 8, 2, 2. So hopefully you're able to start to recognize where the network connections are and what they look like off the back. And if you can't, make sure you still practice this. We start to transfer this to a table. And once again, remember to work largest to smallest. This is our solution in fixed block. We have 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 solutions here. What was this? What was this map again? I think this fits. Yeah, we have 6 solutions here, but we have wasted addresses below on this table, especially for the WAN links. They're only using 2, but we're giving them 30 usable, so we're wasting 28. VLSM, if you scroll down a little farther, you're going to see that we start to tailor the prefix per subnet. Highly important that you start to organize your subnets highest to lowest, hosts highest to lowest, to help you keep track of what's going on. So not only now are you adding extra information to your packet tracers, you're actually keeping track of more information in tables. So we're saying, okay, we're going to really customize every single subnet to where we're minimizing the waste of IPs. CIDR block is what we're kind of using already, that we have been using the slash network bits 192.168/24. So by notating this as a /24, you know I'm giving you 256 addresses. If we go up or down, if we went to a /23, we'd have 512. If we went to a 25, we'd have 128 addresses. CIDR and VLSM are supported by static route and the most current routing protocols. Not supported by RIP1 and eGRIP, but definitely supported by RIP2, which we kind of did last week. And if you want to go back and do Lab 17 again, and this time with VLSM, feel free to. Really start to grasp that concept as we start to move on, because this basically is going to be in the final when we get down to it. What else? VLSM lab, router config with VLSM. The best advice that I can keep on telling you is to draw in your packet tracer. And what I've seen so far is very little transferring of knowledge from paper to packet tracer. Make sure that's done. I can't tell you how transferring this information here helps you solve problems in packet tracer. I had one student a few semesters ago thought he can do all the subnetting in his head, and when I asked what's the gateways and what's the serials, he had to go into every device and show me. And once I showed him, if you write the stuff off to the side in packet tracer, you don't have to try to remember what the PC IP was, compare it to the gateway to make sure those are correct, and then have to look at the WAN sides, the serial sides, and try to remember those. You don't have to memorize anything because it's right there written for you on each side. Very, very useful tool for packet tracer. When I get your packet tracer for grading, basically I just click one PC, open it up to command prompt, click the other PC, open it up to IP configuration so I can see the IP ping this way. Then when that's complete, open up command prompt, look at the IP configuration on this one, and then send it back just to verify your network's working. And that's all I do. If it's wrong at that point, I do just kind of take a peek into your routers just by hovering over them. And if it can't do it at that point, usually I just ask you for a resubmit, because usually it's a configuration wrong in that router that you might have overlooked. And with that, we'll kind of end it today. Make sure you're preparing yourself for a smooth exit of the courses, especially this course. This course is not at the end. We do have a lengthy time to complete stuff, I believe, because we have Lab 15, Week 15, which I believe there's no new content. Yeah, no new content. It's mostly just the final, a reflection, and the final exam. So you have that last week to actually improve your grade even more while doing those 3 key items for that week. If you have any questions, make sure to reach out through Google Hangouts. Use that WebEx to start to collaborate and learn off each other. That's what it's for. And I'm here if you need any questions.